Welcome. We thought that we would like to show you some simple strength training exercises using the TheraBand. So Sheryl is going to demonstrate for us, and we were going to begin first with our first exercise is going to be bicep strengthening. So Sheryl has the TheraBand underneath her right foot with her right palm facing forward and is going to bend the right elbow. Going to hold for 3 seconds and then come back down again. Perfect. Okay. Keep going. So one of the things with strength training that we know is that it's important to use kind of a slow to moderate pace of exercises. This is 3. We'll try and work towards 10 and see how we do with that. In order to give muscles a chance to connect. Muscles are like zippers, and so we need that chance for those zippers to kind of connect with one another, and that's the purpose of doing some muscle strengthening at a slow to moderate level. So for the right biceps here, so we'll call this 9, and then we'll move on to 10. Excellent. And then switch so that the TheraBand is going to go under the right heel. That helps to anchor it down. The left heel with the left palm facing forward, and again holding for about 3 seconds on the up. Excellent. And that's 2. And we're going for 3 to do. So for your own kind of pace and at home, or excellent, 5. So this is a simple biceps exercise. The next we're going to do some rowing, and if you can take the TheraBand and hook it behind a door, get a door and put the TheraBand on the doorknob behind, and then shut the door good and tight. And holding on to the TheraBand, and you're going to bend your elbows to 90 degrees, pull back and pinch those shoulder blades together. And pinch those shoulder blades together. Again, hold for 3 seconds and then release. Excellent. And Sheryl's showing us really good form, and that the head is on top of the shoulders and the shoulders are on top of the hips. And that's really important that we get the best angle of muscle contraction. And Sheryl's about to do her 5th one right now, and doing excellent. This is working on those muscles in your shoulder blades, and your shoulder blade muscles are really critical for the strength of your whole shoulder. So never kind of quickly go bypass any of these exercises, because scapula strength or shoulder blade strength is really important. And this is 8, excellent. And again, that slight hold at the end for 3 seconds, 9, good. And then this will be her 10th one. And now the TheraBand's going to stay in the same position, but Sheryl's going to turn around. So I'm going to ask you to turn around, and with your elbows at 90 degrees again by your side. This time she's going to do some punching. And so again, she can start punching one arm at a time. Hold for 3 and then back. Good timing. Excellent. And the importance here is she's getting to do some triceps, and as well as some of her front part of her shoulder muscles, and a little bit of the chest muscles too. So depending upon if you've had surgery and if you've had that bone, that sternum cut in the middle of your chest, you may want to hold off on this until you're at 3 months after surgery. But if not, feel free to kind of go ahead and to do this. We're going to call this 6 repetitions now. And if I've missed count, then feel free to just correct it on your own. So, and good job. 7. Put that little hold at the end. And we're heading into our 9th repetition here. And then, good. And hold. Excellent. And now we're gonna do the same thing that we just did, but instead of holding, Sheryl is just going to punch. So she's gonna punch, 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 and there you go, 2, excellent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, okay. And then turn around, because I forgot to do one, and this is gonna be with your elbows totally straight. Just pull that straight back past your hips. There we go. And back. And again, that hold. Good. Well, that 1, 2, 3, and then release. This is another for your triceps as well as some of your back muscles, and kind of engages also your upper back and your shoulder blades. So they're all exercising these back and scapular and shoulder muscles, just slightly different. So that's our 6th repetition. Good. And we'll pull straight back and hold. Excellent. 7. And we've got our 8th. 1, 2, 3. Good. And 9th repetition here. And then 10. Good. Okay, so we're done with the TheraBand around the door, so just release that because we're going to hold the TheraBand individually. This time I'm going to do some overhead activity, so they're going to hold your left hand down by your left hip and your right hand near your right shoulder, and just check the tension in the TheraBand, that you've got enough tension. And you're going to stretch that right hand up over your head and hold for 3. 1, 2, 3, good, and then down. And again, and the same thing, if you've had that bone cut in your chest, then you just adapt this. You may want to hold off for 3 months after you've had that surgery. Certainly if you have any shoulder issues themselves, you may want to skip this or just adapt it to you. But if not, then this is a great exercise, again, for the shoulder joint and the upper back muscles, and that's our 5th repetition. Good. I'm gonna stretch up to the ceiling and hold. Excellent. Good. 8. Just a couple more. Good. Okay, that's 10. Good. And we'll switch around and do the same thing to the other side. So the right hand is down by the right hip, left hand is on the left shoulder, and Sheryl is stretching up for her 3rd stretch, holding 1, 2, 3, excellent. And then continuing. And these are pretty easy to do as you're finding out, and you're getting a really good workout for all of the major groups of your arms and chest and upper and lower back for a standing position. So stretching up for 7, good, and up again, 8, good, stretching, good. And one more up to the ceiling and holding, 1, 2, 3, good job. The last one we're going to do with the TheraBand is your elbows are going to be in by your side, and you're going to do a rotation, and this is primarily for your rotator cuff muscles, and this is pretty much for all of us over the age of 30 to be able to strengthen a little bit of those rotator cuff muscles. So again, adapt it as your needs are, but if you notice, Sheryl's elbows are staying right in at her side. They're not moving, but it's the forearm that's moving away. And so, and you're holding again for that 3 seconds to give that muscle a chance to really contract. Good. So this is a rotation of her shoulders, and we're doing both at the same time. And this is 7. Okay. Excellent. 8. And then one more after this. Great. Good. So Sheryl, you can take a rest for a second. So we've done some biceps, some triceps, shoulder muscles. We've done your front deltoid, your back deltoid, your scapula, your shoulder blade muscles, as well as some back muscles and rotator cuffs. So we've hit pretty much a lot of the major groups for that. For your legs now, the basic things we're going to do, first we're going to do a balance, and so you're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart, and going to just stand. I'm going to just move this out just a little bit, and then just shift your weight so you're standing on your left leg, and then see if you can hold that for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, Sheryl. And we'll switch and do the same thing to the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down again. Good job. So even if you don't have, or you don't think you have any balance problems, working in a single leg, standing on one leg at a time, is actually very good for the muscles in your pelvis, particularly some of your gluteal muscles on the side of your hips. So it's something to kind of have as a regular part of your routine. You may want to do this in front of the sink, or in front of a chest of drawers, or a piece of furniture, something you can hold on to in case your balance gets a little tippy partway through. The next two are going to be, Cheryl's going to come up on her toes. I'm going to have her come up on her toes and hold it up there. 1, 2, 3, and then down again. I'm going to do a few of these toe rises up. Maybe we'll do 5 toe rises. 2, 3, and down. Up again for 3, 1, 2, 3, and down. Excellent. This is doing your calf muscles. Up again. 1, 2, 3, and down. 4, and one more time. Up. 1, 2, 3, and down. Now we're going to do the opposite one of this, and this is a tricky one here. You may have to maybe walk around, or you'll find yourself having to move a little bit. You're going to stand on your heels. So you're trying to get your toes up off the ground as much as you can. It's okay to hold on to the wall or a piece of furniture when you do this. So whenever, I'm going to come up. 1, 2, 3, and down. Again, up again. 1, 2, 3, and down. And this is perfectly okay to hold on to wall or furniture, whatever it is that you need to. 3, and down, and then 2 more. Up again. 1, 2, 3, and down, and then one more time. Up. 1, 2, 3, and down. Great. So for our last exercise, we're going to do a squat. Well, Cheryl's going to do a squat, and you are going to join her with this. The key thing remembering with the squat is that a squat really is the position that you do 1,000,000 times a day when you go to sit down in the chair. So you start with your knees straight, and then you just move your hips to the back as if you're going to sit in a chair, and then just lower your hips down and hold that. We're going to do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push up nice and tall. We'll do about 3 of these again. So your knees are straight, your hips come down as if there was a chair right behind you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Push and stand up good and tall. Excellent. One more time. The hips get lowered down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push to stand up. Great. If you could only do one strengthening exercise a day, it would be the squat, because it's the one that's going to really help to strengthen not just your leg muscles, but also your hip muscles, and is really the most functional that we have as we get up and down from the chair and in and out of the car and all those activities throughout the day. Okay, folks, that's it. We've kind of showed you some basic 10 exercises, and we'd love to see you put that down on your exercise log and get in the habit of doing strengthening. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.